everyone, I'm JezzaGaming and welcome to a review. Now this review of the all new S20 Plus, the new phone that Samsung released. It doesn't actually get released until tomorrow, but in saying that, I've actually had it for about 3 days now. I pre-ordered it on Monday at my local JB Hi-Fi store. And in less than 24 hours, I actually received it. It is an amazing phone as far as I'm concerned. I switched from an old iPhone X or iPhone 10. So I've switched from this phone, this phone. Now that is the default background picture you just seen there. I actually haven't set any other background screensaver up, only because but it just looks good. The screen is so much bigger. It is way bigger. This is a 6.7-inch phone in terms of size. Comparing the size of this phone to an iPhone X, it is so much bigger. I did have some concerns before I bought it on whether it'd actually fit in my pocket. It fits in my pocket perfectly. It actually comes with a phone case pre-packed in the box. In terms of the phone itself, I got the Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus 128 gig cloud blue color. It came with, it's not exactly a good case, but in terms of just a case on its own, it's good that Samsung have done this. I don't know whether they've always done this. It's been a couple of years since I've had a Samsung phone. But in terms of the case, it's just a see-through case, quite bendable, um, uh, very flexible and all that. I think it's like a silicone case. I think I'm not entirely sure. I I don't claim to be very knowledgeable in these areas. It's got a little cutout for where the camera goes. Show you what the camera looks like. If I can get it. So it does have a torch. You do so I'll just if I can activate it. It is a good torch, so I'll do this. Go. It's I personally think it's better than the iPhone. In all circumstances. Uh I like it. I'm not as scared about dropping it. It's got a nice finishing touch to it. But like I said, I got the cloud blue. I don't know if you can. Um, the color you just seen is basically the color on the back. Okay. I am back. Sorry, I just actually received a phone call. From someone. Um, so I don't actually know if you heard that phone call come in. But it's a good phone. It's got one set of speakers, unlike the iPhone X, which actually has two sets of speakers. My speakers are here, but the iPhone X has a speaker here, speaker here. Which ironically doesn't actually. I've never heard the second speaker on the iPhone X work, so I actually don't know if it's a speaker or if it's just some sort of like design. Um, but it's actually a really good phone. You can actually change a lot of features. So it's different from my mum's phone. She has the maybe the S8. I'm not entirely sure. But she actually has a physical vibration down on the button down here. Um, where there's a vibration but there's no physical button, which I actually like. It's There's no massive change, because before my iPhone X, I had an iPhone 7, and it was a massive change to go from a physical button to nothing. If you've owned an iPhone X, you know. Basically, any iPhone from an iPhone X, you'll know that there was no physical button. You had to basically thumb or your finger or that just to make things happen. This thing, it's similar, but not so much. You have physical buttons, but you can actually change settings so that it's almost exactly like an iPhone X. I do like that, but I also want to I don't really want it to be. I want the real Samsung experience. So, I have used Samsung before. Like this isn't a new thing for me. Years ago, I accidentally dropped my very first iPhone, an iPhone 4, into a 4.5 inch pot of water. Where I live. And this was in a drain, by the way. So the chance of me actually getting to it, I actually had to find a pair of really long tongs, and it didn't work. Um, but then I got a Samsung Trend Micro. Then I got a Samsung Galaxy Samsung Galaxy whatnot, and then I got a then I upgraded to the Samsung Galaxy S. It was either an S3 or an S5. I went from one to another. But then back in 2017, I switched back to the iPhone 7. I liked the iPhone at the time. Um, and then I switched. Basically, a year after I got an iPhone 7, I upgraded and went out and bought the iPhone X. Bought it outright, no buying from Telstra or anything. I just went out and spent over $1,800 on the iPhone. This one I spent less than that. This was $1,400 basically. It was $1,499, so $1,500. Um, in a way, it depends on how you, it was 14. Um, but this is good. I'm got all my apps over. The transition from actually switching and getting all your data over to the phone is actually much more efficient now. They've obviously changed it. Something that I didn't know about is you could actually sync everyone else would probably know about this. You could actually sync the iPhone your Samsung to your iPhone. So anyone who does there's a feature on the Samsung, I'll find it, Smart Switch. What that does is if I actually jump onto that, so I'll just, so it says bring your data to your phone, and then what the words under it that you can't see is what should the phone do, and you got two different options underneath. One, the bottom one says receive data, and the top one send data. You've also got some options, actually backup data. Um, um, okay, so we're running, I believe, if I'm doing it, I'm actually running a backup at the moment because I just realized I could actually do that. Um, it's very good. I actually really like it. I will honestly never switch back to an iPhone again. I after owning an iPhone X, nothing wrong with the iPhone X. I loved it. But I've just had enough of iPhones. I still have an iPad. I'll probably never get rid of my iPad. It's the iPad Pro 12.9 inch from prior. Um, but this phone is amazing. Um, I got it unlocked so that I could keep my SIM card. I've also got a 32GB SD card in the top here for added storage. At some point, I will upgrade to like a larger file. In terms of that, so basically, I did not buy this case. This case that's on it. I didn't buy this case. It actually came. It came in the box itself. But you also get a lot of things. So yeah, little ear muff things, these things. So I'm just gonna place my hand behind so that you can see these little things. It comes with a free one of these things that goes on the back of the phone. You take it off for the phone to actually work. If I can remember which way. I got this on. Hold on. Okay, that was actually the wrong way. In um, so you get this little booklet thing, has like all the documentation inside. You also get a fancy, like the iPhone pin that you get to be able to SIM card in. Get this one. So it's actually a really good phone case. But you get a lot of stuff. So you get two little like pack things. One is for the uh USB-C to USB-C power supply. You also get little earmuffs. These earmuffs are actually strange. I haven't worked out how they actually. I've tested them, but I'm not entirely sure about them. I actually have redeemed uh my earmuffs that you can get because if you buy you can actually I just got an email. Uh-huh. Um get these earmuffs. They're actually pretty good. So earmuffs, so these are AKG phones. So you can actually see that's the type of earphones they are. AKG. Uh, they they actually go directly into your phone. There's no need for random connections. It's a USB Type C. I have redeemed my um Samsung uh Samsung bonus wireless Samsung Galaxy earbuds. You have to do that through Samsung themselves. As long as you have an account with Samsung. Don't have an account with Samsung. Mine have been shipped yesterday or Tuesday. Um, but no, it's an amazing phone. Um, I've got all my thing. It was quite easy. Once I used Smart Switch on my Samsung, um, I was able to transfer all my data. And when I say it works better on a wired connection, so if you can insert a USB-C into the back of here, and then a lightning connector into the back of your iPhone connection, and then use smart switch to wired connect cable connect, it transfers all your data. And when I say all your data, I mean phone contacts, messages, phone calls, music, apps that you have, basically everything that's on your iPhone or first on your Samsung iPhone. It transfers it all. I did that. I had to do it yesterday. I couldn't reset my iPhone until I got all my messages from my iPhone onto my Samsung. And I saw a thing and it said I saw all the stuff of what it was going to transfer to my Samsung, and it actually said it was going to transfer um over 9,000 text items. Um, I don't know if that was for Messenger as well, or if it was just for normal text messages. But if I scroll back. I have messages that go back to the 11th of February 2017. Um, so it's actually very important that I had all those messages. Um, But I've got things like I've got Messenger, I've got the new Microsoft Edge browser, I've got my banking, I've got a lot of things actually come on the phone. So YouTube came on the phone, Google apps came on the phone, Google Chrome. Microsoft actually came on the phone, so I've got Outlook, LinkedIn, OneDrive, and Office all on the phone already. The good thing about that is I've actually got things on my computer that I use, and they are already on my phone simply because I synced them over. I've got a program called Cozy. It's something that you can use as a calendar, where when you actually add something to the calendar, you can actually use a calendar. Um, One thing that I should say, and I should have said this at the start of the video, and I've messed up by not saying it. This is not a sponsored video. I bought this phone myself. I did not receive it in any way. I'm just doing a review after about 2 to 3 days of using the phone. It is awesome. I like the phone heaps. The one thing, I think the biggest thing about this phone was the camera. I am yet to actually use the camera. I haven't used the camera yet. An SD card has been so that you can save space in internal storage by making your card the default storage location. The following can't be used storage in full burst shots, 8K videos, change. Um, um, it does have this feature that I find interesting, where if you like take a picture of a receipt, it actually tries to take a special snapshot of the receipt so that it comes out more clearer. Personally, I think that just taking a photo of the receipt itself, or the object itself without this feature, and this feature isn't like a second program, it's built into the camera. It just basically comes up and it says scan in this yellow box, or depending on the size of the object you're taking a photo of. Um, but it's actually quite. It's an amazing phone. Originally I did want. I originally I originally did want the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra, or S20 Plus Ultra with the 5G on it. Unfortunately, I'm gonna quickly I go here. So the hold on. So I originally wanted the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra 5G 512 GB Cosmic Black. That's the only color it comes in. The only problem with that is the fact that, one, I didn't know whether at the time of preparing to buy this phone, I didn't know whether 5G would actually work where I live, because where I live 5G is available yet. So I couldn't work out. I didn't want to buy a phone, and then a phone being something used for people. I actually couldn't use the call or text feature because it didn't use 4G. And wasn't I couldn't find anything online to say that it would use 5G. But then I did find something that suggested that it falls back on 4G. If 5G, like if there's something wrong, or like basically I couldn't confirm whether the phone actually used 4G 5G SIM card with 5G technology. The other problem was it was 22.49. That's the price it is at the store where I got this phone from. For the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra 5G 512 byte Cosmic Black, it is okay, $2,249. I have that money. Done copying. Okay, so I just ran a backup and it took from when I first started that. That's the backup done. But I have all my programs on here. So I have Facebook, I have Spotify, which I don't use. I've got Netflix, I've got Clock, Contacts, Calendar, Calculator, YouTube Music, Tips. I've got Samsung Members. I actually have no idea what that is. I have all these programs. I have Speed Test. I have Instagram, Twitter, ARX control. That's the Logitech control that you can use to like monitor your computer's thing. I've got Google Authenticator, Steam. Audi Mobile, because I actually have an Audi Mobile SIM. It's with Telstra, but it works better. I've got like Minecraft, Subway Surfer. I've got all my apps. But I've got all these apps. It is so much better. Um, and due to the fact that I've used Samsung before. I love the screen. The screen is so much bigger on an iPhone X, where um the time is up here, and you actually had a little area where the screen didn't actually go to show where the screen or actually no where the camera is on iPhone X. If you find an iPhone X that had that black area, the camera actually just gets built into the screen, which is so much better. Gives you a much wider screen. I like it heaps. I'm not entirely sure about the screen protector. In saying that, what I mean is I actually don't know whether this phone actually has a screen protector or not, or whether there's just some like screen film thing on the phone itself. I'm just gonna quickly check. Yeah, it does look like, yeah, there is a screen protector on here. I have ordered a screen protector off eBay, although I'm not entirely sure about it. After I looked over the thing, I was 100% sure. I knew it was the screen protector is designed for this specific phone. Whenever I buy something, I buy it specific to what I'm buying it for. So I bought it for the Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus phone. I bought a two-piece one, so two screen protectors along with it. It's a Max Shield Hyperglass. I'm just looking at it now. Max Shield Hyperglass in screen fingerprint sensor compatible, full adhesion. But apparently it's a UV liquid, some sort of new technology where you actually drop a few drops of liquid on the screen itself and then lay this screen protector down. I'm not too sure about that, because yes, Samsung has a good water policy for their phones, but I've always had the okay. What was that? That's a different. That was Messenger. Um, sorry, my brother just messaged. And I'm still getting used to the sounds on this phone. Um, but overall, I think it's an amazing. I love the fact that I can actually control the sounds separately. So when I say the sounds separately, um, you get the media, you get the ringtone, you get the notifications, you get system, and you get if I can. Oh, I don't want it that loud. And you get Bixby. Then you use voice volume buttons for media and live caption. That's the little thing. iPhone doesn't have that. And when I say doesn't have that, I mean iOS devices don't have that. When you increase the volume, you increase the volume for basically everything. Um, this one actually allows you to like turn the ringtone volume up, but keep the media volume low, or vice versa. I love that heaps. I have used it a bit. The ringtone that I have, if I can find the ringtone, is So I'll play this again and let you hear the ringtone. That ringtone rung for me on Tuesday when I bought this phone. After I got home, set it up, I had to pick my mum up. I did not know what the sound was coming from. I could hear that sound, but I own a little small Kia Rio 2012 5-door hatchback with the Bluetooth setup. I got it synced to Bluetooth. The phone rung, it went through Bluetooth. I had no idea what it was because until I hadn't had anyone ring me yet, and because it was a new phone, I hadn't set anything up. But I find it to be an amazing phone. I 100% recommend this phone to basically anyone who wants it. I'm gonna try wrap this video up as quick as I possibly can because we're coming on 7 minutes now. But if you're looking into getting a new phone and you're not too sure, and if you're new to Samsung or you're with Samsung and you're not too sure about the Samsung Galaxy S20s, look at other videos to see like the other models. But in terms of like the S20 Plus, this is an amazing phone. I 100% recommend it. Yeah, it's just an amazing phone. I 100 recommend it. It basically does everything for you. And yeah, but I also have phone protection. I have fingerprint enabled for both my thumbs. I have face recognition. I had face recognition enabled, but I disabled it because my face would unlock it before I even phone. So it is good. It is accurate. I also have PIN enabled. So I've got a 6-digit PIN, which only I know. But it's actually an amazing phone. I would 100% buy it again. The price is out there, but for the type of phone it is, I mean, the last phone you had was the Samsung Galaxy S10, S10 Plus, and what? Unless there's one in between this phone and the S10 whatnots. But either way, I'm gonna end the video here, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Show the channel and video love. Let me know what you think of the phone, if you own the phone already, or whether you've pre-ordered it or waiting for it, or wondering whether you should get it. Let me know what your thoughts are about the phone, if you already own the phone, or whether you haven't bought the phone yet, or whether you're thinking about it. Let me know. No matter the circumstances, guys, I want to hear your thoughts about this phone. This is an amazing phone. In terms of my iPhone X, I am selling it not through YouTube. It's going to be sold locally from my town. Whoever wants it, they're going to have it. It will cost them not as much as what I bought for, based on how. So I'm going to end the video here, guys. You know what to do with you with everything. Till the next time, guys, I'm JezzaGaming, and I'll see you all in the next video. Have a good one.